Okay, today's Sunday, so all across America, there's about 33% of Americans who are inside a church right now that are giving 10%, okay, of their income to a church. Now, what do they get in return other than the church told them that if you give 10%, God will take care of you, okay? You will enter the gates of heaven if you give your tithing and you give 10% of all your wealth. Okay, but what do you get in return other than maybe that will happen or a false promise? What do you get in return from the church for giving a lot of your money today to them? You get nothing. You get nothing in return. Okay, even insurance companies give you more back on your money than a church does. Okay, I'm going to give you an example. The Eagle Brook Church here in Apple Valley, Minnesota. They took over an old Menards warehouse store. Okay, now the church is only open one day a week. Okay, 1 or 2 days a week. Yet they'll make more profits in 1 week than Menards did. Okay, for that week, because Menards has a lot of overhead expenses. Okay, not many people know this, but a lot of big businesses, they really are like one big giant tax write-off because they do lose a lot of money. And they have to pay for labor. Churches don't have that problem. Churches are the easiest and best place for criminals like pastors to launder and make money. Okay? So again, what's a church going to give you in return for your entire life giving you 10%? Absolutely nothing. Okay? Again, an insurance company, at least they might pay for a new car, pay for damages on your house. Okay, but the church is nothing other than a Ponzi scheme. It's legally defined as a Ponzi scheme. Okay, and where does the word Ponzi come from? King Charles Ponzi. Okay, that's where the word Ponzi scheme comes from, because that's all the church is one giant Ponzi scheme. And not only on top of that, the church is responsible for molesting the most children across the world. Okay, they've paid out the most money for child molestation and pedophilia settlements. Okay, so currently in one of the churches in America, which set a world record, okay, for most churches per capita, today there's a child that has been getting groomed by a youth pastor. Okay, that's about the only thing a church will give you in return. They'll give your child a lifelong full of trauma. Okay. And mental just warfare against you. Okay, and that's what the church does when they molest a child. Okay, they ruin that child's life. Okay, my dad, he's a Bible thumper. Okay, also a pedophile. Okay, and I didn't know this until recently, but he goes to River Valley Church in Apple Valley, and there's still people, they know he's a pedophile, they know he murdered his wife, and they still attend church. Okay, where is God? Where is Jesus at River Valley campus? Okay, they launder money more than any other church in the state. Them in Eagle Brook. That's why they were able to open so many churches in such a short period of time. They're criminals. Love you. Have a great day.